Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed regarding stoichiometric calculations and limiting reagents. Okay, so I just discussed regarding limiting reagent and given some assignments on stoichiometric calculation or stoichiometry. So thankfully, many students have sent the answers. Most of them have solved all the four, but some of them have solved first two and requested me to solve the remaining two. Okay, so thank you very much, Joansu Pottecho. So keep on solving the numericals like this. So it will be better for both of us. I will be interested to teach you and you will be involved in the teaching. Okay, so it's a both way process, double-sided process. Okay, so again coming up to the assignments. So first let us discuss the assignments given to you. So first we will solve the assignments given to you. Then we will go for your limiting reagent. So what is the question number 1? Question number 1. Calculate the mass of water. Calculate the mass of water. Calculate the mass of water in grams. Produced by the combustion of combustion of 16 gram methane. 16 gram methane. I told you methane formula is CH4. So this is the question for you. Calculate the mass of water in grams produced by combustion of 16 gram methane. So what is the key? I told you. Now we have to start with the balanced chemical equation. Methane, you know the formula is CH4. So combustion means definitely it should be oxygen. So what they will produce? They will produce carbon dioxide and water. So this is the skeleton reaction. You have to balance it. So O2 means we will multiply 2 here. Okay. 2 here and CH4 hydrogen is balanced. Now oxygen becomes 4. So we will multiply 2 here. Okay. So this is the balanced chemical equation. So we need to underline only those which we require. Now water. So underline water. And methane. Underline methane. Okay. Then in the ratio 1 mole of methane will produce 2 mole of water, which is easily available from the balanced chemical equation. 1 mole of methane will produce 2 mole of water. 1 mole means molar mass. Methane 12 plus hydrogen 4 into 1. That means 16 gram is the molar mass of methane. That means 1 mole of methane is 16 gram. So 1 mole of methane will produce how much? Water. Now 2 moles. Let us see what is the mass of 2 mole water. Water molar mass is 2 into 1 plus 16. That means 18. So 1 mole of water weighs 18 gram. 1 mole water weighs 18 gram. How much water will be produced? Now 2 mole water will weigh 2 into 18 gram. That is 36 gram. So this is the answer. So 16 gram of methane will produce 36 gram of water. So this is the question 1. Then we will go for question 2. Let us see what is the question. Question 2. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram carbon dioxide after combustion? How many moles of methane moles of methane. I am directly writing CH4. You know methane formula is CH4. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram carbon dioxide, 22 gram carbon dioxide after carbon dioxide gas after combustion. So this is the question for you. How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide after combustion? Okay. So again we have to start from balance chemical equation. Same equation here. CH4 plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2. Okay. So what is required? Now how many moles of methane? So we underline methane. Only those which are required we will underline them. We are required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide. So we will underline carbon dioxide. So what is the ratio? Now 1 mole of methane will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. From the balance chemical equation, ratio is 1:1. So 1 mole of methane will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide means how many grams? Now molar mass, carbon is 12 plus 2 into 16 for oxygen. So 32 plus 12, that is 44 gram. 44 gram. So 44 gram of carbon dioxide produces 1 mole of methane. We will start from this. 44 gram carbon dioxide is produced 44 gram of carbon dioxide is produced from now 1 mole methane. 1 mole methane. Okay. So we'll solve it by unitary method. So 1 gram carbon dioxide will be produced from 1 by 44. 1 by 44 mole CH4. What is the requirement? Now by 22. So 22 gram of carbon dioxide will be produced from 1 by 44 into 22 moles CH4. 0.5. So answer will be 0.5 mole CH4. This is the answer. This was the answer in the earlier case. Okay. So this is how you have to solve the numericals. Again, the key is you have to write down the perfectly balanced chemical equation so that you can solve anything. Whether it is based on mass to mass relationship, mass to volume relationship, or volume to volume relationship. It does not matter. Okay. So only in case of volume to volume, you can use an extra data, that is Gay-Lussac's law of combining volume. Whenever the gases will react, they will do so in the ratio of their volumes. Okay. Then we will go to next two questions, that is question number 3 and question number 4. So next question number 3, we will move to question number 3. What is question number 3? Calculate the amount of carbon dioxide. Calculate the amount of carbon dioxide, that is gas, that can be produced when 1 mole of carbon is burned in air. 1 mole of carbon is burned in air. Okay. Then question kon dichi. Now when 1 mole of carbon is completely burnt in air, what will be the amount of carbon dioxide that can be produced? Okay. We start from the balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation is carbon plus oxygen. So when carbon is burned in air means it will burn in presence of oxygen. What will be the product form? Na carbon dioxide. The product form will be carbon dioxide. Okay. So one from the balance, this one is balanced. 1 mole of carbon will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Because they are present in which ratio? Now 1:1 ratio. So 1 mole of carbon will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Okay. Question is that 1 mole of carbon will produce how much carbon dioxide? It will produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. But let us find out the mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So 1 mole of carbon dioxide means molar mass, that is carbon is 12 plus 2 into 16, that is for oxygen. So 32 plus gram, that means it will be 44 gram. This is the answer. So very simple questions I have given it to you. So this is the answer. 1 mole of carbon when burned in air will produce 44 gram of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is question 3. Next we will move to question number 4. Okay. $56 gram of nitrogen, dinitrogen कहती तो वो 56 gram of nitrogen, that is N2, is mixed with how much? Na 30 gram dihydrogen, 30 gram H2 under suitable conditions, to react. Okay. What would be the mass of ammonia formed? What would be the mass of ammonia? Ammonia is NH3 formed. So this is the question. Okay. So you know, I have given you many examples of this same reaction. That is when nitrogen reacts with hydrogen, it produces ammonia. This is called Haber's process, and I have given you many examples. So we have to balance it. So how we can balance it? Now 2NH3, now nitrogen balance, then it will be 3H2. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Nitrogen and hydrogen, they combine to produce ammonia. So in which ratio they are present? Now 1 mole of nitrogen will produce 2 mole of ammonia, and we require that one because what are required? Nitrogen and ammonia. So these two relationships are required. Okay, what is given? Now 56 gram of nitrogen has been given. So let us find out number of moles in 56 gram dinitrogen. How to find out the number of moles of any substance? Now given mass by molar mass. I have already told you the formula. So what is the given mass? Now 56 gram. Molar mass of nitrogen. Nitrogen, you know, the atomic mass is 14 N2 means it will be 28. So what will be molar mass? 28 gram. That means how many moles? 2 moles. So there are 2 moles of nitrogen in 56 gram of it. So we'll start from this one. 1 mole of N2 produces 2 mole ammonia, clearly visible from the balance equation. 1 mole of nitrogen produces 2 mole ammonia. That means how many moles is produced here? 2 moles. So 2 mole of N2 produces how many? Not 2 into 2. That is 2 into 2 mole ammonia. That means 4 mole ammonia. Okay. So 56 gram of nitrogen will produce 4 mole of ammonia. We have to find out what is the mass of 4 mole of ammonia. So 1 mole ammonia weighs how much? The molar mass. Nitrogen is 14 plus 3 into 1. That is 17. So 17 gram. So 1 mole of ammonia means 17 gram. 4 mole of ammonia. So 4 mole ammonia will be equal to 4 into 17 gram. 4 into 17 gram. That is 68 gram. So this is the answer for you. Okay. So these are the solutions of the assignments given to you. Very simple. Last one only I asked for something more from you, and thankfully many of you have solved, but some of you asked me how to solve these 2 questions, and these are the answers. So you note down them so that you can solve any numerical based on stoichiometry calculations. Again I am summarizing. If simply write down the balanced chemical equation, you can solve anything based on mass to mass, mass to volume, or volume to volume relationship. Okay. Next we will proceed to limiting reagent. So next students we will discuss limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. So in the last class I had already told you what is limiting reagent. Now if one of the reagent in a reaction mixture, that means reaction mixture kaha koiba, what is a reaction mixture? Now the ratio in which the reactants are present. The ratio in which the reactants are present is called a reaction mixture. Suppose the ratio of reactant in which they should be present, it can be very well calculated from the balanced chemical equation. For example, this one, 1 mole of nitrogen requires 3 mole of hydrogen. So from a balanced chemical equation, we can very well predict what should be the ratio of the reactant in which they should be present. So suppose one of the reactant is present in lesser quantity, then what will happen? That reactant which is present in a lesser quantity, जोड़ा कम अच्छी, it will be consumed first. सेटा आगे सॉरी जीवो, it will be consumed completely. ताले कौन होगा? Then what will happen? ना the reaction will stop or will be limited. जति पर्यंत जीवा कथा सेति पर्यंत जीवो नहीं. Before that it will be stopped. So that reagent which is present in lower quantity and therefore limits or stops the reaction before it is due is known as limiting reagent. I told you in the last class. So in these numericals, what we need to do? Now you have to search for the reagent which is present in lower quantity, lesser quantity. That reagent will be called limiting reagent. So suppose to the same question which we discussed last, I am adding one more bit. Same question, 56 gram of nitrogen is mixed with 30 gram of hydrogen under suitable conditions to react. What will be the mass of ammonia formed? We have already calculated. The mass will be 4 moles. That means 68 grams. So I am adding one more bit. What is the limiting reagent? What is the limiting reagent in this reaction? So I am adding one more bit to this question. So the same question added one more bit, that is what is the limiting reagent in this reaction. So again we have to start from the balanced chemical equation, but we have to find out this one. So 1 mole of nitrogen requires 3 mole of hydrogen. Okay. Now next let us find out how many moles of nitrogen and hydrogen are present in the given mass. We have already calculated one number of moles in 56 gram of nitrogen. How to find out number of moles? Now given mass in grams divided by molar mass. So accordingly we have found out that in 56 gram 2 moles of nitrogen are present. Accordingly we should find out number of moles in 30 gram hydrogen. How to find out? Now given mass 30 gram divided by molar mass. Hydrogen atomic mass is 1, molecular mass H2 keta ho? Now it will be 2. So divided by 2 gram. It will be 15. So first we have to find out the number of moles present in the given mass. So it is clearly visible that the given mass contains 15 mole of hydrogen whereas 2 moles of nitrogen. So then we will come back to the ratio. In the ratio, what is the ratio of nitrogen, number of moles of nitrogen and hydrogen to be present? Now 1:3. This will be the exact ratio. Okay. But what is the ratio here? Now, it is actual case. Theoretically, it should be this one. In the given problem, number of moles of nitrogen and number of moles of hydrogen. Nitrogen कितना बार कर लगे? 2 moles. So 2:15. That means 1:7.5. That means which one is present in lower quantity? Now it should be 1:3, but it is 1:7.5. That means hydrogen is present in large excess. So you have to write down this. Hydrogen actually कितना मोल दरकार थिला हमर ना 2 moles by 6 moles दरकार थिला, but it is present as 15 moles. So hydrogen is present in excess and nitrogen is present in lesser amount or lesser moles, and hence is consumed completely. ताले कौन हबो जो 2 moles टा अच्छी सेटा completely consume है जीवा, and then the reaction will be stopped and hence is consumed completely. So which is the limiting reagent here? Now nitrogen is the limiting reagent. So N2 is the limiting reagent. Why? Now because it is present in lesser quantity. Simply the ratio, if you don't go for the ratio, then what to do? Now you have to find out. So 2 moles, 1 mole requires 3 moles of hydrogen. 2 moles of nitrogen requires 6 moles of hydrogen. You can do it, solve it like this also. 1 mole of nitrogen requires 3 moles of hydrogen in the, as per the balanced chemical equation. That means 2 moles will require 6 moles. That means hydrogen is present. Then the conclusion will be same. So you have to write like this: 1 mole nitrogen requires 3 mole hydrogen. That means calculate kya 2 moles. So 2 mole nitrogen will require how many? 6 mole hydrogen. That means hydrogen is present in large excess or in excess, and nitrogen is present in lesser amount. As per definition, which is the limiting reagent? Now which is present in lesser amount. So you have to go for the lesser amount. हमको केवल बाहर करियो पड़ियो कि कम परिमाण में अछि. So nitrogen is present in the lesser amount and hence is consumed completely. ताले आगे सरी जीवो reaction टा before due course it will be ceased or it will be limited. So nitrogen is the limiting reagent. So we have to solve the numericals like this. Okay. Next we'll solve some typical numericals again based on limiting reagent. So next students will solve some typical numericals based on limiting reagent. So it will be more clear to you. So coming back to the question, what is the question? Let me see. In a reaction, question 2. In a reaction, A plus B2 gives rise to AB2. So it is a hypothetical reaction. Okay. AB2. Identify the following. Identify the limiting reagent. Identify the limiting reagent if any, jodi achi, if any, in the following reaction mixtures. In the following reaction mixtures. What are the reaction mixtures? Now A, bit A, 300 atoms of A, 300 atoms of A plus 200 molecules of B2 plus 200 molecules of B2. So in the first case, this is the reactant concentration in which they are present, or reaction mixture. Then 2 mole of A, next reaction mixture is 2 mole of A plus 3 mole of B2. Then next 100 atoms of A, 100 atoms of A plus 100 molecules of B2. 100 molecules of B2. This is the third one. Next one, the 5 mole of A, 5 mole of A plus 2.5 mole of B2. 2.5 mole of B2. Next, 2.5 mole of A, 2.5 mole of A plus 5 mole of B2. Okay, so this is the question which you are going to solve. And for your information, I will be solving only first 3. So I will be solving these 3, and remember these 2 are the assignments for today's class. So these 2 are the assignments for today's class. That is for 24/07/2020. Okay. So listen carefully how we are solving the first 3. Now coming to solution or answer. Solution A, bit A. So for solving this, we have to go for balanced chemical equation. In every case, we have to go for this one. So what is the balanced chemical equation? Now A plus B2 gives rise to AB2. That means this reaction is already balanced. 1 atom of A, 1 atom of A. 2 atoms of B, 2 atoms of B. So what will be the ratio? Now 1 mole of A will combine with 1 mole of B2 to produce 1 mole of AB2, which is clearly visible in the balanced chemical equation. Okay. So they are present in which ratio? Now 1:1. Okay. So we'll solve this one. That means 200 molecules. So 300 atoms of A combines with 200 molecules of B. So this is present in the reaction mixture. But I told you they are present in which ratio? The 1:1. That means 200 molecules of B2 will require 200 atoms of A. So we'll start from that one. So 200 molecules of B2 requires 200 atoms of A. Understood? That means which is present in excess? Na A, it was required that 200 atoms should have been present as per the balanced chemical equation. But how many atoms are present? The 300. That means A is present in excess. So we will write that is A is present in excess. That means A cannot be the limiting reagent. So which is the limiting reagent? Now which will be consumed first? B2. So B2 is present in lesser amount or lesser quantity, and therefore will be consumed completely. So in problem number 1A, what is the limiting reagent? Now which will be consumed completely? Which is being consumed completely? Now B2. So or hence B2 is the limiting reagent. So this is the answer of A. That means what we are doing? Now we are simply finding out whichever is present in lower quantity or lesser quantity, and therefore it will be consumed completely and we will stop the reaction. We will limit the reaction and that becomes the limiting reagent. Then coming up to B. Okay. So 2 moles of A and 3 moles of B2. Okay. So 1 mole of A requires 1 mole of B2. That means 2 mole A requires 2 mole B2 as per the balanced chemical equation. So which is present in excess? Now B2 is present in 1 mole excess. So now B2 is in excess. So what is present in lesser amount? A. Hence A is the limiting reagent, because you can add one more because there is no space, I could not add it. So A is present in lesser quantity and therefore will be consumed completely and is the limiting reagent. Okay, now coming up to C. 100 atoms of A and 100 molecules of B2. So what will be the answer of C? So 100 molecules of B2 as per ratio 1:1. 100 molecules of B2 requires 100 atoms of A. So we will write like this: 100 molecules of B2 requires 100 atoms of A. That means they are present in perfect ratio. No one is present in excess, no one is present in lesser quantity. That means no limiting, there is no limiting reagent. They are present in the required quantity. So no limiting reagent in this case. In the case of C, they are present in perfect ratio. So there is no limiting reagent present in this case. Okay. So this is how you have to solve the numericals. I think you must have understood how the numericals in limiting reagents they are solved. Okay. So as I told you, you have to solve these two, D and E. these two you have to solve and send it to me as the assignments. 5 moles of A and 2.5 mole of B2. So you have to find out which is present in lesser quantity, and therefore will be the limiting reagent because it will be consumed completely before the due time. So it will limit or stop the reaction, and therefore it will be the limiting reagent. So same case here, 2.5 mole of A combines with 5 mole of B2. Again from the balance, so everywhere you have to start from the balance chemical equation, and you find the perfect ratio. In this case, in which ratio they should be present? Now 1:1. So you can easily find out the limiting reagent in these two cases. So students, with this we complete today's class. You solve these two, that is bit D and E. Send it to me through my WhatsApp number, and we'll meet in the next class. See you in the next class. Thank you very much.